Howdy, gang. Tiger is back. And I'm sure I forgot something, but we'll figure that out later, right? I see Kaz and Karen. Hi, how are you? I hope you got through the craziness of the season. And I should have probably put on a vest, but I wasn't even. Uh, my all my clocks have different times on them. So I never know when it's actually time to start. Because my computer, for some reason, even though I keep setting it right, it seems to be 3 or 4 minutes late. And my wall clock, well, I think that needs a new battery because it's about, I don't know, to 5 to 8 minutes late. And my phone still has a different time. So yeah, and I have my alarm set, but I can turn that off now to make sure I don't. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, now I'm trying to figure out how to turn off the alarm. Hi, Bree. Okay, Lemmy, Kaz, Karen. Oh, yeah. How is everybody doing? Did everybody make it through the craziness? Well, we still have which is almost worse, the loud craziness coming up this coming week. I look like a Jabba the Hutt, don't I? Like a big old blob on my couch. Well, my shirt is a little bit on the big side. So yeah, we have the loud days coming up, and the kitties are already getting worried. We still have the occasional boom boom going off in the neighborhood. We had one going off before Christmas even. I don't know. People are crazy. I don't understand why they want to spend money just to blow some stuff up that makes boom. I don't get it. But oh well, it is what it is. Um, so how's everybody? Oh, that old thing. Thanks, Cass. How's everybody doing? Hey, Alice. Happy New Year and good morning. Good to have you all here. So we're give it a few more minutes. There's really not much happening these days. I've been mostly home and kind of keeping a low profile, which is what I usually do during these holidays. And my house is turning into a junkyard, but yeah, I'll be working on that as soon as the sun comes out and gets a little bit warmer. I'm just gonna open all the doors, put all the boxes outside, and start sorting stuff. That's the hard part, the sorting, because I don't know where to put anything. I have so much stuff that I should just redonate, but I don't want to. I just don't want to give stuff up, even though we do have Simon say, "Hey, how are you today?" Sabrina, good morning. Um, and we do have the Humane Society thrift store nearby, so all the good stuff should go there and at least help the kitties. Not my kitties, but those kitties. My kitties, except the mama, are all altered now, and I have not seen the kittens that she had in October. Well, one of them I saw. That's the one that didn't survive, and I'm not sure the rest of them survived. On the contrary, I don't think she has those kittens anymore. I think they were gone pretty quick. Hi, Claudia. Post office. Ah, yes. I don't know. I left my mail carrier uh, a little gift for Christmas, and he was really happy. He stopped. He knocked on my door yesterday and the other day and thanked me for it. He liked it. So I felt good about that because I don't normally do that kind of stuff. But my carrier is really good. He is no he told me I don't even need to order ahead of time for the pickup or schedule the pickup ahead of time. He said, "It's all good. It's all good. He stops by. He stops by in the house every time now, every day. He just looks over, sees if there's packages waiting. And if there's not, he just keeps going his way. And if there is, he stops, gets out of the car, and picks up my packages." Excuse me for a second here. So, my friend sent me a whole package of paper Kleenex from Germany. Go figure, because I had these totally cool tiger pictures on the outside, but spoiler alert, the picture is only on a package. It's not on the actual Kleenex or paper. And I don't even use those anymore. I just use my cloth ones again, like back in the old days, and toss them in the laundry. I picked up a whole collection of them over the past few years at estate sales and flea markets. So I don't really need them anymore. But I'm gonna use these for stuff though, and they're really nice for traveling. When you travel, you don't want to have that old dirty snot rack in your pocket for the 24 hours or something, and we keep reusing it. So you can use the paper one and toss it at the airports. So, how's everybody else doing? We're having a small crowd today, which makes sense. Hi, Jane, because obviously everybody is still in between vacationing or just back to work or recovering. And Bree, how was your birthday? I hope you had a great day yesterday. And happy birthday. um, so, yeah, I used to have handkerchiefs as a kid before we had all this paper stuff, but now, and then I switched to the paper stuff because it's kind of like, it's kind of nicer to have, because you can toss them and you don't have to carry around the used handkerchief in your pockets all the time, which just kind of gets gross when you're out and about. Hey, Becky, good morning. And I still have a whole lot of napkins that I inherited from my mom somewhere. Actually, I have a whole tub of linens that I put away um, into storage because I don't use it, but I don't want to get rid of it either. It's one of those things. I'm more about collecting things. I have these things that I have some items that I inherited from my mom that were family heirloom or just my mom's. Wow, great. That's a great way to spend a birthday. I saw it. Garfield bingo at Bookman's the other day. I almost picked it up, but I didn't want to. I mean, I collect Garfield, but I don't need any more junk in my house, and I'm not gonna play it, especially not by myself. That's something we should do on the channel. Maybe we can start a Garfield bingo thing, but then for that you have to have the cards, right? And I don't have cards to hand out to the screen. That's the downside of the internet. You cannot hand out physical stuff to the screen. So, peace and love thrifting. Hello, hello. Good morning. So I did get a special gift from Angela. Dear Angela's Vintage. I had no idea. I don't know. She decided to send me something because it was something that reminded her of me. Look at it. And this is totally cool. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Here's the back. And it's apparently a well-known pewter company, Empire Pewter. They have a lot of stuff. They make a lot of stuff. I researched them after I got this, but yeah, that's one of my what's her name? The Austrian lady. Starts with a W. I forgot. Um, So yeah, I'm totally in love with this thing. I'll probably stick it in my cabinet there behind me on a plate stand. Isn't it beautiful, Brie? I don't know. I'm just yeah. That was totally unexpected, and it was just well, of course, it was unexpected, but it was wow. I'm in love with it. It's my other favorite gift, Odie, aka Enos. So she sent me some really nice books. They were this guy adopted these two kittens, and then he made the story of the kittens into a kind of a comic, Gizmo and Gonzo, and it's two parts to the book right now. Two when they were little, and then two when they were bigger. So I can wait for to read that too. So what else is new? Couple more days and all the insanity is gonna be over, and my nose is a little bit plugged up. With we've had weird weather, we've had rain and cool weather, and I just realized I left the suitcase outside in the rain. I don't even know what's in the suitcase, but I think it's probably some clothes. I have so many clothes, more than I can wear in my lifetime. Um, um, you know, the ships are not bad. It's the work on those that's really hard. I've always, when I was a kid, I read those novels, those novels of the seafarers and stuff, and I collected those. In fact, I had a whole collection of tall ships that I built. That was a Japanese, kind of like the Revell, the plastic ones you build, you put together, the model kits, and there was like the Japanese. They were Japanese, a Japanese brand. John Robert, good morning. And I had a whole collection of them. And then when I moved out, they disappeared. Never saw them again. Yeah, I'm still not happy about that. But so that was fun though. It was fun to build those things, and they were really cool. Yeah, Homer's story was amazing. It's an amazing story, and I'm still on her mailing list. She still comes up with new books. But the original Homer's Odyssey, and we're not talking about the old Greek book, but the new book. Hey Connie, good morning. The original, yeah, that was amazing book. Especially, I mean, things he survived in the after 9/11. He survived in the apartment for like 5 or 6 days before she was able to get to the apartment and get the cat out. And then she moved to Florida, and the cat actually scared off a burglar in her house. And he was blind through all this. Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, I've got that book. I read that, and I got a couple of her other books too. But the original one is the best. Speaking of, yeah, I gotta toot my own thumb. It took me forever to figure out I could. When I grew up, I was always taught that like in elections or something where you don't vote for yourself. You're not supposed to vote for yourself and all that. Yeah, that was amazing. Homer was a special cat, and too bad he passed away. But he did have a pretty good long life. I mean, and she's still writing books. So yeah, it was. What was I saying? Yeah, I keep forgetting. I was taught to you don't vote for yourself and stuff, like in elections and stuff. It's not allowed, or it's bad style, or whatever it is. So it never even dawned to me that I could um, click my own thumb on YouTube, but I can. So now I sometimes actually remember it. A lot of times I don't. So everybody, if you're not subscribed, please do. If you have not clicked the thumb, either one, I don't care. Please do. Um, It helps the channel, and I know my channel is down on the bottom of everyone's list because I'm not active. I do my sale once a week, and that doesn't give me any brownie points with YouTube with the algorithms. And I have not done any shopping videos because all the stores are blasting the music so loud nowadays. It's just no fun. It's just you can't film in there, and I don't know how to do voiceovers. Even though, and even if I did, I just hey Rory, good morning, moin moin. I don't know. I don't like voiceover videos. I mean, even when other people do the voiceovers, hey Angela, I already showed your plate. Totally cool. I love that thing. And I'm not the only one. I had someone in the chat liked it too. It's such a beautiful piece. I really thank you for that. That was amazing that you sent me that. So yeah, voiceovers are kind of yeah, they take away from the situation. They take away from the uh, your what you what you say and what you think right as you see something. It's just not the same. Okay, good morning. So yeah, Dewey was a good one too. I did like Dewey, and then there was Homer. Not Homer. There was what was that other cat's name? Of course, the cat who went to Paris. That was a fun book. But there was another one from the 70s, and it's a very not very well known book, and I already forgot his name. Darwin. He was a feral or an abandoned cat who all of a sudden showed up at that guy's house, and that guy took him in. And yeah, I don't know if I should give a spoiler in case anybody decides to look for the book and read it. It has a sad ending, but it's a real good book. There's just one thing that I'm mad at this guy about that he did because he did not know cats. That was a mistake in my book, in my opinion, in the very end. But the whole book was a really good book. It was yeah, Darwin. So, anyways, I'm still rehoming things today, even though everybody is probably out of money and out of oomph and shopped out, and but I'm still gonna offer you some totally cool stuff, which I titled Fenton Day, even though it's not all Fenton, but there's quite a bit of Fenton. But there's other stuff too. But I figured, it sounded good. And I figured so many people like Fenton, maybe you saw that Instagram, you probably showed up and just to see all the cool stuff. They're all kind of similar looking though. They all, and I did that on purpose because I picked them all up together and I figured if you like one, you like them all. Hey Kim, good morning. So I'm at tea now. I was starting out with coffee, and then instead of having 2 cups of coffee, I do 1 cup of coffee, 1 cup of tea, because I go crazy in the wintertime. And I order so much tea. I find tea that looks good, and I buy it. And I forget how much I already have at home. But I actually like the flavor of tea better than coffee. And it's funny because some of the tea is caffeinated, just as coffee. Um, but uh, yeah, like the green tea. I didn't even know it was caffeinated, and I found out the hard way. Because right now, when it's cool, I drink hot tea in the evening. I I make a thermos full and I drink it over, in the evening. It's about a liter of it, and I had a real. Hi Vicky, good morning. I had a real good green tea, jasmine green tea, that I loved, and all of a sudden I couldn't fall asleep at night. I was wondering about that. Couldn't possibly be. Hey, Mary. Good morning. Couldn't possibly have been a tea, right? It's green tea. Green tea is never caffeinated. Wrong. Yeah, it took me a couple nights to figure it out until I finally looked at the package and said caffeine. Caffeine. Oh no. Now I can't drink it in the evenings anymore, and I love to drink green tea in the evenings. And my favorite one is that chocolate rooibos that's I got from Word Market. Oh, that stuff is, oh, it's so good. And I lost my purple pen. I think it's behind me somewhere on the big table. But I'm gonna start showing you some stuff and see if anyone's interested. But of course, I'm going backwards. Oh, we already have 31 people. Cool. Everybody's starting to wake up. Good. I hope you all had a quiet weekend last weekend and had a holiday if you wanted one and didn't have one if you didn't want one. And yeah, now we got a few. Now we're starting the real football season with playoffs and games that have a meaning and college bowls that have a meaning. Even though that college bowl system is the worst in the world, it makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, I do like the green. I mean, like I said, Brie, I always thought green tea was decaf. I somehow always connected caffeine with the brown stuff. Like coffee is dark brown, and black tea is dark brown. They call it black, but it's really brown. And I always thought that green tea was automatically decaffeinated. But well, I learned, which is a bummer. But I guess I'll drink the green tea at lunch now, so keeps me awake in the afternoon. And we got the kitten running around out there. It was raining again last night. These kittens are so funny because they're mostly black. They have most of their white on the front, on their chests, and one has one on the thigh, but then they have white paws. So when they run through the yard, you see this black kitten, but the white paws kind of stick out in your eye. And one of them start coming into the house, which I'm not happy about because Bismarck does not like to have other cats in the house, and uh, I want him to start fighting the kittens. The other day, it was he snuck in and out with just within a couple of minutes. I thought I saw him come in, and I was looking at the door and didn't see him, so I thought maybe he just walked right by. And then I heard another click, and you hear this little bit noise of the flap, and it goes. And I looked and I saw he had just left again. He knows where the cat food is in the house. I'm sure he comes in and steals the cat food at night. That's actually Bismarck and Myrtle's food. But those kittens are so cute, those little ones, and it's such a difference between them when they're neutered and when they're not neutered. It's amazing. Well, it depends on what you have. There's different brands and there's different flavors. Jane, I've had a recently had a jasmine green tea that I didn't like, and then I've had another brand and I loved it. And then not all of them are jasmine. There are different flavors, or there's just green tea without flavors. So it all depends. But you know, we all like different things, so there's nothing wrong with not liking it. But wrung out dish rag sounds kind of funny. So let's see what we have. We have, and this is a choice lot. We have those totally cool Fenton Bud Vases. And we're starting these at $15 each. And they're both signed. This is a red rose, love, Valentine's Day coming up. It's got that little Audrey 2 look up there on top. And it just always reminds me of Audrey 2. And the signature is right here. I was hoping to find the same artist on some of these, but they're all different artists. And of course, my favorite one is the purple. Look at that. And this one has another purple in the back. And the mouth is a little different. And there is that signature. So $15 each. They're both about the same height. And they make a nice. Yeah, those are violets, I'm sure. And of course, now with Valentine's Day coming up, I have. Okay, I got Vicky 15. Thank you. Right? Feed me Seymour. That was an awesome, awesome show. I love the movie, but I love the show too. It's yeah, that movie was good. The Little Shop of Horrors. Okay, let's count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Now we're waiting for the bid end. So far we got Vicky. There's the bid end. Thank you, Brie. Appreciate it. Which one would you like, Vicky? The rose or the lilac? You got the rose and you got the, let's call them violets. Yeah, those are nice. All the Fenton I have today is milk glass, except one. Well, let me know, Vicky. Let me know which one you like, the rose or the violet. The next one we have is the Fenton Hobnail basket. Now this is one of the ones that is, oh, both. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Vicky. You get them both. Now this one is one of the few that is actually painted, has a design. Most of the ones that I found were just plain, didn't have anything painted on them. And these are roses, that looks like. They are little pink roses. And here's the signature on the back, J. Wilson. And this guy, we are starting at $20. $20 for the Fenton basket hobnail with roses painted on it. Pink roses. There we go. Yeah, very light pink, which is kind of nice because they're not overpowering. There you go, Kim. Easter coming up. And it is, I never did measure this guy. I don't know if you're interested in the measurements or not. It is about 8 inches tall and it is about 7 inches on the over part, on the longest part, across end to end, outside to outside. $20 for this totally cool Fenton basket. You know, I was considering if I should do a year-end clearance sale, but I probably, if I can get my energy together, I'll do one a drop sale. I'll just pre-record something. No one interested in the Fenton basket? That's okay. We can move on. What else do we have? I have, oh, and this is heavy. This is a totally cool amber. I don't know if this is supposed to be a vase or a dish. It's built like a vase. It's a little bit taller with controlled bubbles, and it is rather heavy. Now, if it is a Murano or is it not a Murano, I do not know. It does have a lot of bubbles. The Muranos I've seen usually have fewer bubbles. Here's the bottom. There's your puntle. And here's your inside. Now this guy, we're gonna start it. Excuse me, $15. We're gonna start him at. And yes, it's a he. I decided that. Actually, he told me that secretly. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. It is about 5 inches tall. So, and it's heavy. So yeah, you can use it even as a paperweight. And you can put some flowers in it. Look at the design. I love the dark, the amber with a white and the bubbles. Makes you want to play connect the dot. You know, if you get that on your desk, you sit it on your desk on your papers, and then you can still play connect the dot when you get bored. And yeah, it is pretty. It is a little bit on the heavy side, which means it's good quality. It's full glass. It's sturdy. That looks like we're moving on. We're gonna have a recap later, anyways. So, what else do we have? Now, this was. I have two little so-called pictures now. They're really too small in my book to be pictures. Now, I don't know what this is. Trisha is having a live sale on Thursdays now. She has live sales every day, doesn't she now? I don't know. So this is, I do not know who made this. It is not marked Fenton, and this is a totally cool pink and white little, I don't know, I could almost call it a creamer. It's not built like a creamer, but it's too small to be a picture, in my opinion. And it's got this totally cool, and looks like it's hand painted, but I do not know for sure, design on them. And then here's the other side. So it's kind of pink and white with purple, pinkish leaves painted on it. Or flowers. There's a little flower. I don't know if anyone knows their botanics. And no, this is not signed. Here's the bottom. No, this guy is shorter. It's probably what, 4 inches or something? 5 inches? Yep, it's 5 inches. Cheers. Yeah, it looks pinkish orangish. You're right. It looks like in between to me. It's a little bit on the orange side, but it's a little bit on the pink side. Like on the lighter side, looks pinkish. On the darker side, it looks orange. So it's an odd color. Definitely is an odd color. But it's a beautiful piece. I just picked that up recently from that lady that I went to her house. She, the one who had the booth at the BA at the Brass Armadillo. So we are starting this. Did I say that already? $12. $12 starting for this guy. $12. Absolutely cute. Whoops. Yeah, I call it pink. It was called pink when I bought it, but the top here looks more orange. You're right about that, Kim. Cool. $12. It's a beautiful piece. Cheers. Peachy. Yeah, it's just peachy. Yeah, she was. She's at the market at both markets every month. She just she had a booth at the Brass Armadillo in North Phoenix, the one on your side of town, and then she moved to South Chandler. So she decided to give up the booth because it's not worth it driving all the way up there. It's a long drive. It does look great with purple, but that's probably why they have the leaves in purple. And put like a little purple orchid or something in there. That would look really good. Okay, we'll move on. We have another picture. This one is glass, clear, and it is lilac and gold. This one we're also starting at 12. No, this one we're starting at $10. $10 for the clear lilac and gold pitcher. Very shiny. And it's purple. Here's the bottom. Um, 6 inches tall. Becky, yeah, and she's at every one of those. Actually, I do have her contact info. I'm gonna, when I see her next month, I'll just clear with her if you don't mind to make sure she's okay if I give it to her, if I give it to you. But if she's okay with that, she has a whole garage full of stuff still. There's a lot of stuff she's still selling. And yeah, she has all sorts of glass. She has some brass, and some other items, but mostly glass. Well, the glass, I bought most of her glass. She has a lot of Fenton too. She was in the she was in the very corner, on I think the very first row on the very corner of the rows that go lengthwise, not the rows that go parallel to the street. Her name is Nina. So, no one interested in this beautiful piece? It is beautiful, and it's purple. Well, it's kind of lilac purple, but it's purple and gold. And we're gonna move on from that. What else do we have? We have a Pele Fish. I know we had a Pele earlier, and I was gonna clean that guy, and I forgot because there was tape stuck all over it. And this guy is, yeah, that was probably her. This guy is a Pele glass fish, Hawaii, and it's a tall one. This one was starting at $15. Look at that guy. It's beautiful. Beautiful rainbow colors. $15 for the Pele Fish. It's a tall, let's see how tall it is. It's about 6.5 inches. It's about 6.5 inches. And that is a good brand. Peace, love, and thrifting. I always get your name wrong. I had the hardest time finding you on the computer last week because I just kept typing it wrong. Oh, but I got you now. I know you even told me the name, but I missed that right away. Sometimes it's hard for me to see the chat because I'm focusing on other stuff and I kind of scan it, but then I don't remember later. Okay, we got an offer for 15. I'm gonna go ahead and count this guy down. It's a beautiful piece. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Kind of boho looking, isn't it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love this guy. This has purple in it too, among other things. It would totally go with my purple collection, but gosh, I have such a huge purple collection. And there's the bid end. Yes, Vicky, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's going home to you. It will be happy at your house. I know it. Those fish are awesome. Where is he? Here he is. Cool. What's next? We have pottery. Someone was just mentioning pottery. This is the Hosley Pottery dish. It is an interesting piece. There is the, whoops, There's the mark on the bottom. And they do have a lot of stuff on the if you can find them on the internet if you search for them. Hosley Pottery. So they are an established company, apparently a larger company. This is kind of a dark light brown. I don't know what I would call this shape. I did try to clean it, so it cleaned up a little bit on the bottom there inside. It could probably use another cleaning. I just didn't have time to wash it thoroughly, but if you're interested, it looks like they used it as a planter in the past. But look at that. I love the design on that. The different colors and the stripes like that, it just looks really cool. And we are starting this at $12. $12 for the Hosley Pottery planter. Looks like an old, no, that's just a residue from a, excuse me, sticker that I overlooked when I cleaned it. Probably the price tag that was on there. It's a little bit taller. It's a little bit taller, and it is about 8 inches tall. That's what I thought. I got you down there for 12, Vicky. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know what I would call this shape. Oh, I wouldn't call it anything. I would just call it pottery. But I'm sure that it reminds me of an old milk jug or something. A miniature version of an old milk jug. Didn't they have milk jugs that looked similar to this? And we're gonna go ahead and start the countdown. Look at the shiny on it. I love shiny. Shiny is my favorite color. And yes, I do need a haircut. I know. I've been forgetting about it. I just every time I go out, I'm thinking, oh, that's right, I gotta get my haircut today. And then I come home and I'm thinking, oops, I forgot to get my haircut today. I don't know why I always forget haircuts. It's almost like they're cutting off your ears or something. And they're not. That's what I was told as a kid, though. That's what they do if kids cry or scream when they get their hair cut. I think when I was a kid, I kind of put the haircuts right up there with a dentist. I was always crying when I had to get a haircut, and the lady who did my hair was the one who told me there's a whole bucket full with little kids' ears in the back, because all these kids that scream and cry, they get their ears cut off. Ugh. No wonder I started crying every time I had to go in for a haircut. I was worried about my ears. Oh boy. Urn shape. There you go, Becky. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and count this guy down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit end. That is a beautiful piece. I just picked it up recently and I couldn't resist. I waited for it. I went by 3 times. I wasn't sure, but I'm glad I did because I'm obviously not the only one who likes it. It's just a nice piece. Okay, got you down for that, Vicky. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I got all these Vickies in my book today. I gotta remember to keep you all apart and not send the wrong item to the wrong Vicky. Knowing me, what's next? Ooh, we have the condiment thing. Now this is, and I don't know what it is made of. It actually looks plasticky, but I don't know, that reminds me of something boho. It is a little condiment cage. Looks like a cage. Of course and it did have an old price tag on there from 1997 or 98. I don't remember. I tried to get it off. It didn't come off. I can probably work on that some more if you want me to. If not, then there's the top. It's got a little rose there. Looks like a little rose or petal. Looks like a rose petal, maybe. And ta-da! It has little sticks for, like cheese little cheese or olives or something. So that's what I would do with these. I would stick cheese and olives on these and put them on the plate for people to eat off. Hi, Myrtle. And here's the top. So on this guy, we are starting at $8. Hey, Penny Sue and Albert too. Good morning. This guy, we're starting at $8. I just had to pick that up. I thought that was kind of cool. Look at that face. Oh, cool. Kim, I'm glad you have one. Sure you don't need a second one? When you have a lot of people and you need extras on your appetizer tray. I love the cage idea. So yeah, when you take these out, let me go ahead and take these out. You can really see through them. And it's got roses on the side. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool piece. But if we don't have any interest, then we'll just move on to the next piece. And who knows? Maybe I'll just keep it for myself, and at my next birthday party, I'm gonna use it for appetizers. But there's still the recap later. We have, oh yeah, you know what? I did pick up a stack of linens that came in a lot at an estate sale somewhere, and these are the items that I don't know what to do with them. And I was hoping that maybe someone among you knows what to do with these, would be able to reuse them or to do something. There is what I really like. I think these are, and they're all a little stained, and some of them one of them has a little hole in it, and they look like they are handmade. I don't know if they can go through the washer or if they have to be hand washed because they look very, very delicate. There is several of these. 4. I don't know if this is supposed to be a napkin or if it's supposed to be what this is supposed to be for. There are 4 of these, then are these hanky shaped ones. They have little flowers. There are also 4. These you could use as a hanky, as a handkerchief, but they're too nice. And they all look like they're hand stitched. Now this whole stack I'm offering at $10 for everything. Yeah, placemats, that's what I was thinking too. Then there is this piece. This can be framed. I would frame that. I think that is really cool. And here's the back. And there is more handkerchief. Then there are napkins, which are these. They have I don't know, looks like a CC. And they have a stain too. Again, wherever they were stored in a bad environment, so they got they all got a little bit stained. I don't know if this can be washed out or not, and I don't know how to wash. Now this one I would probably put in the washer. This is a little bit thicker linen, and it only has the initials on there, which you could probably take off even if you wanted to. Cute little pillows. There you go. Then there is, whoops, this. There is 3 of these, different sizes. Again, I'm just offering this because I don't know what to do with these. I don't know if a thrift store would take them or not. But they definitely seem to me seem to be older to me. So they're definitely vintage at least. I mean, yeah, definitely vintage. They don't look antique, but they are older. That was interesting when George the Antique Nomad mentioned to him vintage is at least 30 years. Everybody else is talking about 20 years. But a lot of the stuff I have here is probably 30 years. God bless our home. This is another one you could hang up, and this again has stains, unfortunately, due to bad. This one is one I really like, but this one also has a hole and a stain. This looks like a little tablecloth thing, or it has a stain on there, or again, a placemat. Then there is this guy. And there's this guy, and this is again $10 for the whole stack. $10 for all of them. And there's another one of these smaller ones. These small ones, they're so weird because they have such a weird size that I wouldn't know what to do with them. They're not big enough for placemats. They're not big enough for handkerchiefs. They must just be like decoration. Hi, Catherine. Oh, wow. I'm glad you found this. You found us because you are the person who would be able to repurpose these. I know you are really good at that stuff. And thank you for your Christmas card. I really appreciated that. It was very kind of you to think of me. Okay, so that whole stack, $10. Let's go ahead and count that down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, right. You can put them on your dresser. That's what I was thinking, the little ones. I don't have a dresser. Actually, I do have a dresser in the spare bedroom. It's got all my photos and old photo album and stuff in there. That was. I appreciate it. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. I know you were gonna do something fun with it. I'm gonna have to see what you do with it. Okay, what else we have? The enamel plate. I know I had that on before, but it's been a while. This piece I just absolutely love. And this one we're gonna start at $6. It's an enamel plate. It does have a signature on the back there. Looks like noir. This kind of reminds me of Arizona because it looks like a saguaro in the front, but then it also reminds me of Japan because it's got the red sun in the back. And it's just a beautiful piece. It's just a beautiful piece. I love it. I've used it for a little bit recently, but I noticed that if you use it, then the enamel tends to chip off a little bit on the sides. So I stopped using it again. And I don't have room to just display it, which is what I would do if I had the room for it, because I love this design. I love the mountains. That's just what I love. The mountains, the nature, the birds. And it is enamel. It's a beautiful piece. So if you have that kind of design, there you go. Here's the signature. If you have a stand for that and want to set it up in your house for decoration, it would be perfect. That would fit on my dresser if I had a dresser. It's not very big. It's a smaller plate. I think it's 6 inches across. 5 or 6. No, it's 7. It's actually 7 inches across. But it's a beautiful piece. You could have put your cookies on there for Santa. Of course, that's over now. Maybe next year. And we can still say next year. This is the weird season where in Germany we call it in between years, even though you're not in between years. As soon as one year stops, the next one ends, the next one starts. So you're not in between. But it kind of feels like it. Because a lot of people take vacation time and take it easy, and they recover from Christmas and get ready for the big party. Okie dokie. Let's go on to page 2. Now this gal, I guess is a jewelry stand. I don't know why I have her. I think I picked her up to use for my jewelry if I do sell jewelry, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's distracting. That is definitely something that you can sit on your, what you might call it, on your nightstand, on your dresser. It's got such beautiful shape. I forgot to bring my little whiteboard that I like to put behind these things so you can see them better. There's the bottom. And this is, I did measure it and I didn't write it down. It's a little bit taller. It's a beautiful piece. And this guy was starting at $10. $10 for the metal jewelry stand. It looks like a dress form. It's, yep, 17 inches tall. I thought that was what it was. 17 inches tall. It is a beautiful piece. I can see. Didn't I have one of the larger pieces here? No, I don't wanna mess with that now, but you get the idea. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's black wire. It's a black wire piece. And if I was into that, hi Katie, good morning. If I was into that kind of decoration, I would definitely use it. You can put your earrings, your rings, your necklaces on there, or you can if you're good with if you're crafty, you can probably make a dress for it and put a dress around it. $10 for 17 inches of jewelry stand. But if there's no one interested, then we're gonna move on. I kind of like her. I don't know why I picked her up. I hadn't used her, so I figured I may as well give someone else the opportunity to nah. And I have another choice lot. This is another Fenton. And we're starting these at $10 each. $10 choice of Fenton vases. One is violets. Again, that would match the violets on the bud vase I had earlier. And the other one is roses. That would match the other vase. Now, these are not signed. I don't see any signatures on here, which is odd. I don't know why they're not signed. Wait, I think one is signed inside. Oh, did I see that? Could have sworn I saw a signature on here somewhere. Oh, but maybe not. That is kind of odd. But they definitely go with a match the other design. And this one has the silver crest edge, kind of like the silver crest bowls I had. And look at those. Yeah, that was kind of driving me nuts because I was thinking there has to be a signature somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where else they would have signed it. I mean, sometimes they signed them on the sides. I've seen one of those before. Ah, Becky, $10. Got you down for the first offer. Thank you very much. That's why I kept the price a little bit lower on these because the signatures are missing. And here's the other one. Here's the other one. Huh. Here's the bottom. It's got that, is that the scalloped edge? It is a beautiful piece. They're both beautiful. I especially like the purple one, but I like the shape better too on this one. It's just, I love that shape. It's different. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So quiet in here. I'm not used to that. Normally I have the radio on or something, or the TV, and now I hear only myself. Oh, let's see. Becky wants both. Thank you very much. Still waiting for the bid end, but if that that should come any minute now. Yes, there it is. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Becky. You will get them both. Let me know what you want to do. If you want to meet, or we are going to the Thieves Market in January. January 7th, I think it is. So if you want to meet there, or yeah, we can meet somewhere. I mean, I'm all the way in Mesa. I think you're in Phoenix, right? Well, we worry about that. Email me and let me know what you want to do. Cool. Got that. And we have the infamous shoe. Oh, okay. Did I miss Cass on the jewelry? Oh, okay. Cass, you want that jewelry holder for $10? We can do that. And we have the, okay, got you down, Cass, for the jewelry holder. Thank you very much. Appreciate that too. And we got the, what was it, kind of Amberina Fenton shoe with it. Kitty, kitty, kitty on top. It's the kitty shoe. It's the kitty shoe. Look at that. I love the shape of that shoe. I would never be able to wear something like that, but I like the look of it. And this guy, we are starting at $10. $10 for the Hobnail Amberina Fenton shoe with a kitty. Shoe with a kitty. There's the inside. And here's the bottom. And here's it upside down. Yay, the kitty's falling out. No, it's not. The kitty's holding on for dear life. It's not falling out. It's not falling out. It's not falling out. Yeah, we do that. We can go to that same place. We can probably call them in for a reservation this time before we leave. But that place was good. I love their food. So much has changed at that mall since I lived up there and since I worked there. But then I just realized it's been 10 years since I worked there. And I worked there for 8. So, okay, Becky, is that an offer on the shoe? Or is that still, yeah, that's after the bid end is way up there. So we got Becky down for the shoe. That's such a beautiful piece. I like the color choice too. That Amarina. It's such a happy color, I think. And it goes purple. Okay, let's go ahead and count that shoe down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good end. You know, I don't see the glow. I'm never good at that though. It always looks glowier on the camera than it does. But it's hard to show. but it should be glowing. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you. I hope that photographer, that art lady is still there that I bought the art from, because one of them kind of ripped on my way back to the car because she didn't have it wrapped in any kind of plastic cover. I need to talk to her about that. Just some friendly advice from one artist to another, of course. Okie dokie. And I got Becky for the shoe as well. Thank you very much, Becky. I appreciate it. Now, I have this absolutely stunning creamer from Japan. Look at this. Oops, let me clear the screen. Look at this piece. Is this not stunning? And this guy was starting at $8. Yeah, and I need to go back and hope that bowl I never bought last this month is still there. The bowl with the ladies that, oh man, I'm kicking myself for not buying it. But it was so damaged. She wanted too much money for it considering how damaged it is, but at the same time it is so rare. I'm pretty sure it's still worth the money. And here's the top. It's got, I know these lilac flowers have a name, but I forgot what the name is. And it's in pretty good shape too. There's the inside. Hi, Bismarck. Moin moin. And here's the bottom with a hand painted in Japan. Well, it's not Nippon, it's not occupied Japan, so it's a little bit newer. But I just absolutely love this piece. I picked it up because I fell in love with it. Mr. Hi. Yes, Mr. Bismarck just came home. He would like some attention, please, because we're in the middle of a sale. Yeah, it's definitely vintage. It looks very vintage to me. Regardless if you go by 30 or 20 years. I'm sure it's older than 30 years. But no one interested? That's okay, we'll move on. If all else fails, we'll go into my own kitchen. Come up. Come up, Mister. Okay, what else do we have? We're almost at the end. Ooh, I picked up a piece. Where is it? Where did my purple vase go? Right here. Purple vase. Hi, Bismarck. From my own collection. He's putting in binks on us. From my own collection. My hair is annoying me. Yeah, I know. I need that haircut. From my own collection. That's a beautiful piece. And I'm willing to let this go for, hi, Mister, for just $10. I probably paid more than that for it, unless it was a gift. But I'm pretty sure I bought that. Yeah, Bismarck, my little problem child. Yeah, he must be off crunchies again. I did refill his crunchies this morning, but not to the max. $10, purple vase. I love the shape of it too. It's different, and it's a dark purple. It's a beautiful piece. But I have so many. Those of you who've been to my house know I have so many. I gotta thin out the collection a little bit. It's a little bit heavier. It's not super heavy, but it's sturdy. It's sturdier glass than your average cheapo FTD, whatever it's called. made in China glass. I don't know where this is made, but it doesn't strike me as a Chinese made one. So it's about 6 inches tall. It's about 6 inches tall. Right, Kaz? And anything that we are not rehoming, no, I do not see any bubbles. And anything that we are not rehoming today, I'm going to take to the antique mall tomorrow. I'm going to change out my little bookcase. I actually had an offer on my tall bittersweet swung vase, but unfortunately it was a very low ball offer. Hey Kathy, good morning. It was a very low ball offer, and I actually almost took it personally, that low ball offer, because you know they were offering me less than half of what I was asking for it. And I know my asking price is a little bit on the high side, but I also have to pay all the fees to the mall, which is right now up until the first 20%. That's a lot of money when you go into the hundreds of dollars. So yeah, but the good thing is that it shows that people are interested in it. It shows that people notice it. So I'm perfectly I don't know, I got a frog in my throat today. I don't know what's up with that. So, it's okay. I can wait a couple more months. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep that bookcase. And it's not something I want to ship. I could probably, right, Bree? It was a lot less than what I paid for it, too. And I'm probably paid too much for it. The thing is, it came with a couple other items in the lot. And I figured I would get some good money for the other items, too, because they looked really good on the picture. It was an online sale. And when I got those items, it turned out they were just plastic and really cheap looking. So I ended up not even being able to sell those items. So even if I sell them for as much as I paid for it, hi Lena, good morning, I would not take less than what I paid for it. And again, the mall is currently taking 20%, so I got to add 20% to that. So my price is justified. And there's another one that I've been eyeing for, I think, 3 months now. It's one of those Polish, those big purple vases, and they're at 50% off. I was hoping they'd go to 75% off, but they're probably more likely to not sell it at all. So I may, if it's still there this week, I may pick that up. I know the money I'd be paying for it would be about regular, the low end of eBay price. So I could probably still not lose my money on it if I decided eventually to resell it. But that'll be next week's story. Stay tuned. You will find out next week. Why? No, Alice, there's no reason for. Yeah, right, Catherine. And that's the problem. I mean, they are called over glamorized storage units because you store your stuff there. But then there are people who are very successful. People who are usually in this chat, but they're not today, so they can't defend themselves. So I'm not going to name names, but there are people who are rather successful with, I don't know why I'm holding this up. So no one interested in this totally cool piece. So we're going to go ahead and leave this for another occasion. Yeah, who are very successful, but I'm not. And I think it's this whole thing. It takes money to make money. So first you gotta get to know your customers. You gotta figure out what works for you. And I already know some of the items that work for me that I sold successfully, but those are not items I can generally find easily. Like all these model ships I had, that's how I started this. They sold. I bought this whole lot, 2 lots actually, of model ships from an estate sale because there were a couple of ships in there that I wanted for myself, and I still have them up there sitting on top of my nice bookcase there. And let's see, those Yeah. And and they flew out of there like hotcakes. I mean, I did make a little bit of money, not too much, because I had to pay for them initially, and you have the booth fees. But the see, the hard part is that you first pay the fee and then you pay an extra 10%, and then if they have special sales, this particular mall, then you have another 10% that you pay the mall. I mean, and yes, you can put firm on your price tag, but I don't like to do that. Because to me, when it says firm, it is somewhat of a turnoff. And depending on what the item is, I may not be willing to even entertain it if I can't get a discount on it. Discounts, and that's the way a lot of people operate. Discounts are what make the sales. We want the discounts. So what you really need to do is have your prices even higher and then run the discount on the booth. But at the same time, when the prices get too high, then it's a turnoff too. And that was the reason why I didn't counter offer on that offer I got for my bittersweet vase, because we were so far apart. I would have had to my offer would have been at least another $100 more than what that person was offering, at least. So it was no, there's no way they would have paid for that. So, but yeah, that's exactly what I noticed, Catherine. And that's the same thing when I had the booth last year. What was it, year before last? I don't even remember. It's been so long. I had the booth, and I started in February, which was stupid, but that's just the way these malls operate. You're on the waiting list. Everybody has their booth for the holidays because that's when all the sales come in. And then in January, they all move out because they've gotten their share out of it. They sold their stuff for the holidays, and now in January, they move out, and then I can move in February, and that's blah. And of course, the people at the mall tell you what a wonderful business it is, and this February was the best February we've had in ages, or I don't know how many years. But it doesn't mean that there was a lot of sales. It just means that there were a little bit more sales than before. But if the sale before was zero and the sale this one time is one, it's still not worth it. So yeah, and I do enjoy having the booth. I did enjoy going down there and playing around with it and rearranging things and bringing in new stuff. The part I did not enjoy was hauling stuff out of there that did not sell, because I looked like a bum today. But yeah, that shirt is a little bit on the big side for me. And I did have it altered, but it's still not really, still doesn't really fit. But I love this shirt. It's like my favorite shirt. So anywho, um, yeah, insurance. But I've learned. I don't know about the booth, but I've. Oh, actually, I do know about the booth. I've learned that this kind of stuff goes under your homeowner's insurance, if you have a good homeowner's insurance. Um, yeah, mine is at the. Well, Catherine is not in Arizona. Catherine is a few states over. Actually, I was looking up flights to Germany, and one of the airlines I was looking up, they have layovers in St. Paul. I'm thinking of doing that one of these days, just to get something new, try a new airline and try a new route. Um, but yeah, mine is it's a very small. It's just a bookcase because I'm cheap. It's cheap. I can get a bigger, and I've been thinking about getting a bigger space where I can put more stuff out, because it's like the more stuff you put out, the more stuff you can potentially sell. But it's the whole getting to know your customers. What do your customers want? What do they like? Well, they certainly don't like what I have right now, but that's why I'm going to pull everything as much as I can and put out all new stuff, because I have so much new stuff now that I picked up from my new best friend Nina, that I can fill all the Fenton and stuff in there. So So yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. What else do I have? We got the linens. We got the. Oh, I had those written down twice, didn't I? Hmm. Yeah, we're through. Actually, we're through. So let's do a run through to the first page. We did have a few items that didn't sell. We still have the Fenton Hobnail basket, $20. $20 for Fenton Hobnail basket, and yes, it is signed. Whoops. J. Wilson, and there's the Fenton. Cool, Catherine. Your videos are always interesting. I just don't watch them enough because I'm just a dork. I'm just a dork. I keep forgetting. Becky, you want the basket for 20? We can do that too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. What else did I have? Oh, I still had, you know what? I missed something. I don't know what happened. I had those written down, I forgot them. These I had not shown yet, because I'm a dork. I talk too much and I forget to show things, and now I look like a bum. Now this is a choice too. And these I'm starting at $8. There is an ashtray, a Fenton Hobnail, but it doesn't look like an ashtray. It looks like a really cool, whatchamacallit. And then there is this piece. Now this one I really like because it's such a different piece, different shape, and this too is signed. So $8 each, starting offer. Yeah, I really like this one. I like this one better because this is something I've never seen before. This is a a rare this is a rare shape. It's oval. It's got the design up there on top. It's got the roses, hobnail handles. It's just a cool piece, and it is. Oh, thank you, Bree. It is 7 inches total length with the handles, and it's 3.5 inches across. So 7 by 3.5 inches across, and what 3 inches tall or something like that. And then of course I do like this, even though I'm not big on ashtrays. I do like this because this looks doesn't look like an ashtray. This looks like it's just a design too. So you could get away with just calling it a dish or something. Put some food in it or something if you want. I don't know about the paint, of course, if that's food safe. I probably wouldn't put anything in there that's like, not wrapped, but you can put like wrapped candy or something in there. Or you can put on your dresser. Those two would look great on a dresser together. And that is choice. $8 each if interested. If not, we're gonna move on. Awesome. Yeah, Catherine is awesome. She does great stuff. Ah, Becky. Okie dokie. Which one would you like, Becky? The ashtray or the or the weird shaped dish? Got you down. $8. Which one would you like? Both. Gotcha. Hey Karen. Howdy. Okie dokie. Got it. You got it. You got it, Becky. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And back to the recap. What else we had? We still had this guy here for $15, which may or may not be a Murano piece. It certainly feels like it, but it's got a lot of bubbles. I don't know if Murano had that many bubbles. $15 for this totally cool heavy glass vase. Got that. And then we had that pink glass pitcher. That one I had $12 on. $12 with the kind of purple leaves painted on there. Very nice piece. Very nice piece. Then we had, I gotta go quicker, I know. The other picture, the clear purple and gold, that was $10. You know it's kind of a lilac, but it's purple. Purple. $10. Then we had the condiment thingy for $8. $15 for the vase. You got it, Rory. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Where is it? There it is. Thank you, Rory. $8 for the condiment thing. The boho looking kind with the stickers. Huh. Does look like a face to me. Maybe it's just a design, but it does look like a face. Cool. And we had, what else did we have? Oh, okay, that's for that. Okay, that was it. Everything else you've seen. The creamer from Japan you've seen, and the plate you've seen. I love that creamer. That is so pretty. $8. Just $8. That's a great deal for such a beautiful piece. I love the way they did the brown around there. You don't see that very often. And there's the made in Japan. And we had the plate. I believe we had the plate still available. I don't know if anybody bought that. I don't think so. For $6. Cool. That was it. That was it. Yay! Thank you, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for spending time. And, well, yeah, I don't know. I look like a total. Well, next week I gotta get dressed better. And now I'm gonna go ahead and probably start packing up some stuff and send out some invoices either today or tomorrow, hopefully before the weekend. And Becky, you got the peachy glass. This one, $12. Cool. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's worth meeting for all the stuff that we got together. We'll figure it out. Cool. Thank you very much. And then there was my last item, that $10 for the totally cool pink vase. Nobody wanted, but that's cool because I love this vase. I'm just making room. But if you're not interested in it, then I'm just going to put it right back on my shelf and keep it for another couple of months before I bring it back out. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure, and it's kind of quiet in here, so I'm gonna turn this off now and turn my radio on or something like that, and get to work. Oh boy, boo! I had a thought going right through there, and I was looking for it, and it disappeared. But you know how that works. It's plastic, Martha. Unfortunately it's not. It's not ceramic. It's plastic, but it's a cool piece though. Very boho looking. So thank you, everybody. You all know the deal. You all keep it real, and we'll see you on next week.